Now, the Ghana Institute of Procurement and Supply is advocating for a legal framework to regulate the activities of procurement professionals in the country. Despite a decrease in infractions over time, with over 6 million cedis reported in 2018, the Institute is urging Parliament to establish laws to improve professional conduct. There is more in the following report. During the examination of the 2022 Auditor General's report, the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament uncovered numerous cases of procurement infractions. Given that the government is the largest spender and most state entities engage in procurement, questions arise regarding the individuals overseeing these processes. While infractions have decreased since 2018, the Ghana Institute of Procurement and Supply stresses the need for a legal framework to govern the activities of procurement professionals.
Anybody going to accounting profession knows that there's an institute which has a backing of the Parliament. And for that matter, when I get in and get my license, I'll be able to practice well. Procurement is not done that. And procurement is not regulated. So everybody comes in. That's the procurement. And infractions. So for us to curb some of these irregularities, I think that first of all is to help the institute to get our bill passed. That will regulate, certify and train our members. Now, when that is done and the profession is recognized or regulated, then the word corruption, I think it will also reduce if it's not going to be eliminated, because everything about corruption that we talk about emanates from procurement. Okay, so if that profession is regulated and the people doing procurement are licensed to practice, that's what we are pushing for, license to practice, then of course, if I have my license to practice and I don't do things right, my license can be withdrawn. And when the license is withdrawn, I'm not able to work in any of the institutions in the world. That alone will probably bring some of these infractions or irregularities to a minimum, a barest minimum. Okay.
A 2023 report by the Ghana Institute of Procurement and Supply and KPMG reveals that kickbacks accounted for 21% of total procurement fraud in the public sector, confirming suspicion of an unwritten 10% rule in procurement circles. Simon Annan emphasizes the necessity for procurement professionals to rid themselves of such practices.
I mean, that is not the focus of the profession. The focus of the profession and the focus of procurement is using procurement as an enabler for economic development. So the idea of 10%, I don't know where it's coming from. But if you're a professional person and you know that you are regulated, you are licensed, you don't think about some of these issues about corruption, bribery and corruption. Because as soon as the institute gets to know, your license will be withdrawn. I mean, to be honest with you, some of the things that you're talking about cuts across most of the professional institutions. But how are they getting it right? It's because they have a professional body.
The Public Accounts Committee, however, suggests that management in public entities restrict the autonomy of procurement professionals, instead mismanaging public funds for personal gain.
The issue of procurement infractions or infringes are not necessary because we don't have the procurement professionals. We have them. The issue is about either the willingness of the officers, not only the procurement officers, you see, the management of the various institutions deciding to do the right thing. So if they want to do the right thing, they will delegate the work to the procurement officers. They will go through the process and do the proper procurement. What I think is that they know about the issues about procurement. They know the law. They only try to circumvent the law, probably to enrich themselves. So until we begin to punish them severely, that will make that venture unprofitable. They will continue.